Call the meeting to order, and we'll announce that we had a 6:30 executive session earlier this evening. We'll start with the license. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mrs. Elder. Present. Mr. Hauser.
Here.
Mr. Laser.
Here.
Mrs. Mays.
Here.
Mr. Moeller. Mr. Music.
Here.
Mr. Palmer.
Here.
Dr. Zorch. Dr. Laughlin.
Here. We'll start with hearing of visitors, part 1. It's where anybody can speak to anything that's on the agenda. If you want to speak, come forward to the podium and state your name and address. We'll start with the approval of minutes. Move the adoption of Resolution 155.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. Solicitor's report.
I have no report.
So we'll move for the adoption of Resolution.
Oh, I'm sorry. I recommend you move on resolution number 156, the approval of appointments to the Greater Latrobe School Authority. And we have Barry Banker and Charles Gray are in the audience. If you gentlemen would stand up. Thank you. We very much appreciate you being willing to take on this task. And I think everybody in the authority as well as the board is very confident that you guys will be a great addition to the school authority. So thank you very much. And should anyone have any questions, they're right here. But otherwise, I just ask you to move on 156.
So moved.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. Any comments or questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously.
Congratulations.
I was done before that.
I have no legislative report. Mrs. Mays, Education and Planning. Thank you.
I will move for adoption of both resolution number 157 and 158. 157 being to approve a transportation plan between the Greater Latrobe School District and Westmoreland County Children's Bureau. And 158 being to approve the memorandum of understanding between Greater Latrobe School District and Westmoreland County Children's Bureau Transportation Procedures Agreement. So moved.
Sorry.
It's been moved and seconded. Any comments or questions on the resolution? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously.
I move for adoption of resolution number 158 to approve a memorandum of understanding. That's one I just read, I'm sorry. Number 159 to approve Dr. Ray M. Milkey and Associates General Services Agreement for independent educational evaluations for the 2016-2017 school year. So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously.
And I move for adoption of resolution number 160 to approve Therapy Source Incorporated Client Agreement.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that passes unanimously.
And I move for adoption of resolution number 161 to approve Westmoreland Drug and Alcohol Commission Youth and Young Adult Survey for grades 9 through 12.
Second.
Approved, it's been moved and seconded. Any questions? We discussed this last week, or 2 weeks ago. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously.
And I move for adoption of resolution number 162 to approve Centerville Clinic's partial program.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. Lastly, I move for adoption of resolution number 163 to approve a tuition student for kindergarten. His mother's a teacher at VES.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any comments or questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. We just held a curriculum committee meeting tonight on the 28th. The next curriculum committee meeting will be Tuesday, May 16th at 5:30 p.m. here in the CSC. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Mannix.
Finance, Mrs. Elliott.
Thank you. I move jointly for the adoption of Resolution 164 to approve the treasurer's report and Resolution number 165 to approve the payment of bills.
Second.
Both resolutions have been moved and seconded. Any comments or questions? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that passes unanimously.
And I move for the adoption of Resolution number 166 to approve the gifts, grants, and donations. And the gifts, grants, and donations in question are on your agenda from the PDE Division of Food and Nutrition and United Way School Readiness.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions? We're certainly always thankful for gifts and donations. Absolutely. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that passes unanimously.
I move for the adoption of Resolution number 167 to approve the proposed tax collector compensation.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously.
And the next Finance Committee meeting is a little bit out of schedule. It will be held on Wednesday, March 8th at the admin building at 10 a.m. Usually it's the first Wednesday of the month, but because the first Wednesday of the month is tomorrow, this will be on the second Wednesday of the month. So everybody is welcome if they want to come.
Thank you, Mrs. Elliott. Facilities, Operations, and Planning, Mr. Hauser.
Thank you. I'd like to move for adoption of resolution number 168 to authorize preparation and submission of Plan Com Part G and H.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously.
Also, I'd like to move for adoption of resolution number 169. It's to approve special inspection testing professional services from Construction Engineering Consultants Incorporated for $71,468.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously.
And thirdly, I'd like to move for adoption of resolution number 170, which is the award bids of Latrobe Elementary School as listed below for a total of $24,815,776.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any comments or questions? For this, we'll do a roll call. And we'll have a presentation before we do the roll call.
Briefly, the motion that we're here to talk about is the award of the Latrobe Elementary School to the apparent low bidders. We have 6 prime contracts that we're proposing to award tonight. We had very, very good attendance at the bidding. We had 41 contractors bid on these 6 prime contracts. It's almost 7 contractors per prime for an average. And the bids came in slightly below what the estimate was, so we're slightly under budget. And we would be recommending that you award for the number that was discussed here, $24,815,776, and that would include base bids plus alternates 4, 7, and 9. Any questions?
Thank you. Mrs. Elder?
Yes.
Mr. Hauser?
Yes.
Mrs. Maines?
Yes.
Mr. Laser?
Yes.
Mr. Music?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Dr. Loughlin?
Yes.
That passes unanimously.
Our next Facilities and Operations Planning Committee meeting is March 9th, 3:30 at the Edmund Building. Thank you.
Mr. Hauser. Student activities and recreation. I move for the adoption of resolution number 171, which is the approval of the youth football, the district youth football program for the 2017-2018 year.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any comments or questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that passes unanimously. Mr. Mayor, would you like to?
Yes, we've established the sign-ups will be Saturday from 2 to 5, March 4th. As you can see by the stack of emails, we're expecting a nice turnout for kids to sign up. We will be appointing a committee, and under that committee, we will also be getting the assistance of Mr. Bob Colbert. And all the coaches in the program will go through a certification course on how to properly coach, awareness of concussion, heat stroke, things like that, just like our high school coaches. And hopefully it's a little bit of different direction for youth football, more focused on skills and playing time versus necessarily always worried about 12 kids playing, winning everything, 11 kids playing, that's a win. So, but that'll more to come, but we're excited. The signups will be March 4th, 2 to 5 here in the CSC.
Thank you. Also move for the adoption of resolution 172 to approve the new school club, which will be a junior high science club, and that will be no cost to the district. Been moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that passes unanimously. For the community relations, the Latrobe Parks and Rec Commission meeting was January 19th, minutes attached, and the next meeting will be Thursday, March 16th, 4:30 at the Latrobe Municipal Building.
Actually, that meeting has been changed to this coming Thursday, March the 2nd, at 6 p.m. in the council chambers in the Latrobe Municipal.
Everybody get that, March 2nd, 6 p.m. in the council chamber. And then you can continue on with the item.
Okay. I move for adoption of resolution number 173 to approve the participation in the WIU Joint Purchasing Consortium for the 17-18 authorization for multi-purpose paper bid.
So moved. Moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that passes unanimously.
And I move for adoption of resolution number 174 to approve the WIU general operating budget for the 2017-2018 school year.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any comments or questions? For this, we'll do a roll call.
Mrs. Elder?
Yes.
Mr. Hauser?
Yes.
Mrs. Maines?
Yes.
Mr. Laser?
Yes.
Mr. Music?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Dr. Loughlin?
Yes. That passes unanimously.
And the next WIU committee meeting is actually tonight, so I can't be both places. The next one would be the, let's see, I'm not sure what it is in March. It would be the 14th to 28th of March probably too, because it's on the same schedule.
it would be at the WIU boardroom. WIU building.
Thank you, Mrs. Mans. EWCTC, Mr. Meeser.
Thank you. EWCTC Joint Operating Committee meeting minutes are attached to your agenda for February 22nd. And the next EWCTC Joint Operating Committee meeting will be Wednesday, March 22nd at 7 p.m. at the EWCTC.
Board policy, Mrs. Oak.
No report this evening.
Technology, Mr. Palmer.
Thank you, Dr. Walker. No report this evening, however, our next technology committee meeting is March 21st, 2017, here at 6 o'clock at the CSC. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you, Mr. Palmer.
Ask the board to move on resolution number 175, which is the resignations that are listed.
So moved.
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously.
And I'd ask the board to move on resolution number 176, which is the approval of the substitute teachers, the 4 names that are listed.
So moved. Moved and seconded. Any comments or questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously.
And I'd ask the board to move on resolution number 177, which is the approval of support personnel appointments classified.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously.
And I'd ask the board to move on resolution number 178, which is the approval of support personnel appointments supplemental.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously.
I'd ask the board to move on resolution number 179, which is the approval of a salary calculation correction for Courtney Stinchola for volleyball girls assistant coach, as we reviewed last week.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously.
And under other business, obviously, there's some things coming up in the school district, the Polar Palooza, which has been an event at the senior high school, quite successful in the last few years. Our wind ensemble, all of the board members got a flyer at your seat this evening about their presentation at the Palace Theater in Greensburg on March 4th, Saturday at 7:30, if you're interested. The art exhibition of the National Art Honor Society is going to be held at the Latrobe Art Center on March 1st through the 31st, starting tomorrow, with the reception actually being held on Thursday, March 9th, from 6 to 8. You can attend. As well as, and as we referenced, Mrs. Allshouse has tickets this evening for the musical Titanic, which will be held 3 days, the 17th and 18th, and then Sunday afternoon at 1 p.m. in the Senior High School Auditorium. Please make sure you see her if you are interested in tickets for one of those days. Our meetings in March are the 14th and the 21st, the Committee of the Whole and the regular meeting. And that's all I have this evening. Thank you, Dr. Laughlin.
Thank you. Yes.
I have something I'd like to say to the board. The visitors, but I want to get it in before adjournment.
Okay. Do you want to go first?
No.
Law hearing and visitors part 2. This is where you can comment on things that aren't on the agenda. Again, you come to the podium, state your name and address. Rebecca Ford.
Thank you. I'd like to speak about the new building and what a big deal it is. I remember a long, long time ago when I thought that I would never be on the school board, much beyond, maybe 1996. I remember meeting to look at the plans for the renovation of LES. And I remember saying to the then superintendent, Rich Nichols, that I was very interested in all of this because it would probably be the only building project that would ever happen while I was a school board member, because everything else was done. I had moved here in 1974. I come on the board in 1982, all the buildings were in great shape except LES, and we were now doing LES, and that was going to be the end. Well, since then, we have renovated and/or remodeled every building in the district to some degree or another. And I remember during the 10 years that I was board president, going through all the remodeling and renovations at the high school. And I remember all of the discussions that the board had about whether we were going to come in with bids that met our expectations. And then when the bids were higher than we had wished they would be, we would have to sit and debate which was a better way to spend the public's money and which would be the thing that would maybe wear out if we didn't put the money into it, and which would be the thing that was going to be good for the future, because we were beginning to look at digital then, and we had no idea what kinds of changes those things were going to make in our educational program or offerings for the students. And I remember saying to the board after one of those meetings where we had talked and talked and talked, and I wasn't sure how the votes were going to be at the kind of vote we took tonight, because there were still things that were not completely agreed upon about what stays in, what doesn't stay in, that sort of thing. And it was a unanimous vote of the board. And I remember telling the board how proud I was to be a part of a board that would do this for the future of their community. And I am equally proud. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Move for the adoption of resolution 180 for adjournment.
So moved.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.